Okay, I have connected the switch between the lamp test terminal and the ground. And we can see that the self-test mode works actually. I have found a special test mode by connecting the terminals 20 to 37 to the ground actually. So this permits to activate a special test mode. The inputs are connected to these switches here, which permits to activate or not each of these terminals from 20 to 38. So you can see that we have something different than the previous auto test. This configuration should be set before startup, and after that there are 8 different tests depending on the configuration of the terminals 31 to 33. So for example, here all these 3 inputs are left open. I will connect terminal 31 to the ground. Okay. 32. 33. Okay, I will do all the configurations. Okay, so it seems that the switch, actually the terminal number 34, permits to change the side of the test, the top side or the bottom side. So for example, for the configuration 31, 32 open, '31 closed, you can see, 32 closed, '31 and 32 closed. So actually there are 4 different tests, and another terminal permits to change the side of the test, top side or bottom side. Like with the IVA81D, it is possible to simulate a climb or a descent by applying a variable pressure on the input inlet. I would like to see if it is possible to connect the ARINC 429 output of this instrument to the input of this one in order to use this one as a passive indicator. So this one will measure the pressure. So I have configured this instrument as in my previous video using the pneumatic input here. There is normally on terminals 28 and 13 an altitude rate output, according to ARINC 429, low speed. So I have connected these wires. I will check with an oscilloscope if the signals are present on these terminals. There is a common here which is connected to the ground and the two differential signals. We can see that we have effectively an ARINC signal on these outputs. I have found the input configuration of this instrument in order to have the copy of the vertical speed of this instrument to this one using the ARINC 429 interface. I'm going to simulate a climb or a descent of this instrument, and normally this instrument will indicate the same value. There is a time constant which is different. It is difficult to keep a variation of pressure constant. I have found finally the configuration for the ARINC 575, which is a DC voltage input. Actually, on terminal 8, there should be a DC voltage of 28 volts DC. Normally, this terminal is connected to the air data computer, and the air data computer sets this voltage to 28 volts in order to indicate that the output signal is valid. There should be a reference voltage of plus 12 volts on this terminal, number 1, and a negative reference voltage of minus 12 volts on terminal 3, and the input voltage is present on terminal 2. The range is from minus 3 volts to plus 3 volts in order to have an indication which varies from minus 6,000 feet per minute to plus 6,000 feet per minute. In order to select this mode, these two terminals should be connected to the ground, 32 and 31. This potentiometer permits to feed the voltage from minus 3 to plus 3 volts to the input of the indicator. It is possible to adjust with this potentiometer the vertical speed from minus 6 approximately to plus 6,000 feet per minute. There is actually a positive input current. It is possible to measure this leakage current. I will use the DMM. I will set the DMM to current mode, and I will measure the current at the input here. Okay, I found a current of 0.5 milliamp approximately. Okay, and this current is 0 approximately, with an input voltage of plus 3 volts. So actually there should be a resistor which is connected from the input to an internal voltage of plus 3 volts. So this permits to set the needle at plus 6,000 feet when the input is disconnected. I don't know if there is a specific reason for that. Okay, so the input current is 250 microamp at 0. And it is twice this value at minus 6,000 feet per minute, 0.5 milliamp. And this is equivalent to a resistor of 12 kilo ohms. The last possible choice is the ARINC 565. This is an AC voltage which requires a reference voltage So the reference voltage should be 26 volts AC. The input voltage is of course an AC signal, and the vertical speed will depend on the amplitude and the phase of this signal relative to the reference signal. For this test, I have used my function generator with a dual output. One output is fed to the amplifier, which permits to drive the reference voltage at 26 volts. The second output is connected to the input of this indicator. The input voltage is indicated here and the phase here. So I can set the voltage to 0, for example. It is not perfectly 0, but it is maybe inside the specification of this instrument. For an input of 500 millivolts RMS, there is a vertical speed of 4000 feet per minute. I can change the phase. You can see that at 180 degrees the amplitude is maximum, and I can change the phase, so this will have also an effect on the vertical speed, because this is actually a phase detector, so it depends on the amplitude of the input. It depends also on the phase between the input voltage and the reference voltage. If these two voltages are in quadrature, normally we should have 0 also, even if there is an input voltage. From 0 to minus 180 degrees, there is a variation of plus 4000 feet per minute to minus 4000 feet per minute. We can see that the vertical speed depends also on the reference voltage. This is normal because this mode is used with old air data computers, which has a resolver, and the signal is proportional to the reference voltage also of the resolver. So that permits to have a vertical speed indication which doesn't depend on the value of the 26 volts AC. It is possible to have a phase modulation, and that permits to have an automatic movement of the needle. This was the test of the vertical speed function of this indicator. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.